Good morning, everyone. I am at one of my favorite trails ever. This is the Cape Trail, and it's in Cape Lookout. It's in the Oregon rainforest, so that's kind of the view of what I'll be walking in. Okay, so I'm on the Cape Trail. I was speaking kind of low because there was a lot of people in the parking lot, a lot of cars in there too, but that's okay. So this is one of my favorite hikes ever. Kathy and I did this a few years ago, and it's in the Oregon rainforest. It's Cape Lookout Trail. It's the Cape Trail on Cape Lookout, and so it basically jets out into the ocean, which I'll show you guys when we get here. Now it's early, it's still like 10, I think it's right at 10 a.m. So the fog hasn't completely burned off. It looks like it is, but we'll see. You know, I think it was foggy when Kathy and I did this too, but it's just such a beautiful hike that I really, you know, I'm in the area, so I might as well do what I want to do, which is this hike again. And I don't mind. I've done other hikes like a couple times in a row because I know what I like, and so this is just freaking beautiful. So that's a little bit of what I'm walking in, and then as the terrain changes, I'll show you guys some other shots of it. So looking back towards Pacific City, south. I don't know if it's going to turn up as blue or not, but the water is deeply... Oh, there's an eagle. Right there, that's an eagle, bald eagle. Okay, I made it to the end of the hike. It's just amazing. So here at the terminus of the trail, it's also the end of the Cape. This is kind of what it looks like. You have a nice bench if you want to have some snacks here. There's also a couple areas like where you could go and set up a picnic under some of these trees. I would, if you want to do this hike, I would suggest, well, just be aware that it's labeled easy to moderate, and for the most part it is easy. But be aware that you are walking in the Oregon rainforest. One of the ladies passed me was like, "Oh, it's muddy up ahead." Yeah, it's, you know, be aware that you might hit some pretty muddy conditions. Another lady unfortunately fell. I think she's going to be okay, but you know, I hate to see that. I kind of told her, because she was not feeling good, I told her, if you're not falling, you're not hiking. So that made her laugh a little bit. But the routes can get pretty extreme. So where the mud is, there's also a lot of very heavily exposed roots. So those little areas are, I would call, moderate. You really have to be careful, because then the mud gets on your shoes and then you're stepping on slick roots. It can be, you know, you just have to take your time. That's all. I slipped and had to put my fingers in the mud, but you know, it just happens, right? So slow down a little bit when you hit those sections. Other than that, it took me just under an hour, and my clock said that it was 2.38 miles. So 2.4 miles or so, because I started a little bit late. But so plan on that. You know, an hour. Keep in mind too that I'm still fresh off the PCT, so I'm still walking. even with the roots and everything, at about 2.5 miles an hour. So, you know, at a normal pace, if you're exploring, oh, and I'd have also been here before, so I didn't like go as slow as I probably did the first time. So all those factors, I would say it's a good hour and 20-minute walk out, and then it'll be about the same back. There's a little bit of incline and decline, especially kind of towards the beginning. You're going, as you're heading out here, you're going downhill. So be aware of those things. Just take your time. But it's a great spot. I just wish I had a little bit more sun. I know that this water gets such a bright blue out here. But that's okay. That gives me a reason to come back out here again to find some different conditions. And also, I wanted to do this in the morning. I always like to hike in the morning. So if you really want the sun, like if that's really important, come out in the afternoon where most of this will burned off. The ocean's 400 feet below me. I would have said, I don't know, 800. It's funny how things look when you're standing on top of it. Still, I know that you guys have seen like this barrier. That's kind of from where you come from. This is the only place this is at. And there's a couple spots where the trail goes very close to the knife's edge or the cliff's edge. All right, here's camp. So I went, I'm about 6 miles on dirt tracks like that from the highway, about 6 miles from the highway, about 30 miles outside of Tillamook. It was just a little logging operation was here. So they made a nice wide spot for me in the road. But that's my view. I'm pretty happy about that. So it should be nice and peaceful tonight. Nobody's going to be camping anywhere near me because, like I said, I'm just down this random road off of a major OHV road. So I'm about a mile in from any named road. So yeah, I'm going to enjoy myself out here. I'll set up camp and get some sleep. Relax a little bit. Those rocks, that's where I'm going to put my jug of water, I think. So yeah, it's going to work out great.